Hi again, it's David Samuyiwa, and yeah, I've got one more I want to do today. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied now, but so it'll be the last one. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit chilly also. It's going to start to rain soon, so it's definitely going to be the last one for today. So last topic I want to talk about is, again, a question I get a lot is about, is there a difference between being a trainer and being a coach? And I feel that there is a difference. I mean, I've studied a lot. I mean, like I said, my master's degree was all about teaching, education, leadership, improving the people that are under your leadership, improving their capacity to perform, not just on an academic level, but also in a sports perspective, also on a personal perspective. So for me, it's like there's a big difference between being a trainer and a coach. I feel that in a sports environment where we, for example, okay, we talk about performance a lot. We talk about performance a lot, and I feel that a coach is a word that we toss around quite a lot. We're in the sports world. We talk about, okay, I have a coach, and I think in the fitness world, in the health and fitness world, we talk a lot about a trainer, a personal trainer. We talk about it from that perspective. So I see a combination of both entities that we need to have. For me, I look as a trainer as someone that works a lot on an individual basis. A personal trainer, that I mean, he works a lot on an individual basis with his clients. And a coach, it's more or less, you could say, is working with a team or with a group of athletes. Sometimes at the same time and sometimes individually. But within the sports world, we use more of the word coaching, and within the fitness world, we use the word more of a personal trainer or trainer. But talking from a sports perspective now, I feel that the coaching is missing the individual. It's missing paying the individual attention to the athletes you're working with. We focus. I'm talking a lot about team sports now, especially. We focus a lot on the team, developing the team. Improving the team. We have forgotten, and I put myself as part of the we because I work within the sports world in a team perspective as well as an individual perspective. So I put myself in the we, even though I don't work this way, I put myself in the we, that we have missed the fact that within a team sport, the team is made up of, depending on what sport you play, let's say football now, something I'm involved in quite a lot. The team is made up on the pitch, playing at one time of 11 players. The squad is maybe 18. But on the pitch, you play at the same time, or let's say the squad. The squad is made up of, let's say, 18 to 20 players in the team. Okay? So even though we have to focus on improving the team, developing the team, we also have to focus on improving and developing the individuals who are in that team. So then if we can improve the individuals, so we can now maximize that improvement, that development within the team perspective. I feel we've done it the opposite way around. We put more emphasis on the team growing, the team developing, the team improving, and we forget the individuals. Yeah? So, especially at the lower level. So if we do not focus on the individuals who are going to be part of the team, that team will never develop and improve the way it should do because the individual hasn't developed and improved. So that's why I think my experience as a personal trainer and my experience of being an international athlete taught me the impact and influence that you get from having an individual coach that focuses on your development and sees the thing that you need to do so that when you bring those entities into a team environment, so can you perform better in the team. You understand what I'm talking about? So if you've got a team of 11 players who are playing on the pitch, who have been trained and developed and coached individually as well as within the team, you'll see a big impact there. You'll see a big improvement there within the team, within the team's performance, if you can get those individuals to also increase the level of their performance by working on them individually. And I feel that a lot of coaches don't have that capacity. to look at an individual, see what he or she needs individually to improve, then give them the tools of how to improve those things that they need to improve upon, so that they can maximize their performance inside the team. We miss that. I see a lot of coaches, they miss it completely. So therefore, the development of the people that are in that team decreases over time. Instead of increasing, it decreases, or it stagnates, then it decreases. Because we're missing the fact that an individual needs to have an individual development. So for me, it's like I do a lot of research on this, subject. And actually, I put something here on my computer. It was part of a research paper that I was reading, and the guy was just giving some comparisons to try to highlight the potential differences between being a trainer and being a coach. I'll just read some of them out for you. So one of the things he wrote here was that trainers light a fire under someone. Coaches light a fire inside of someone. Trainers affect the hour they are with someone. Coaches affect the hours they are not with someone. A trainer hopes to get through the session. The coach hopes to get through to someone. A trainer stretches your legs. A coach stretches your limits. A trainer counts your repetitions. A coach does not want to listen to your excuses. Trainers want you to do your best. Coaches want you to do better than your best. This for me was a key one. He said, trainers work for a paycheck. Coaches work because it's their passion. Trainers deliver your workout. Coaches create your workout. So I mean, he really goes into the differences between being a trainer and a coach. And some of the things I just pointing out there, for me, I see all the time, especially the paycheck one. It's like, for me, I said that coaching has been my job. It's been my job for over 30 years. This is what I do. I don't work in a bank and then go do some hours of my spare time down the track or down the football pitch or in a tennis club. I mean, coaching is what I do. It's what I do full time. It's what I've done for 30 years. It's what I've done in over 10 countries. It's what I've done for thousands of people. You know, so I mean, this is what I do. This is my area of expertise, so to speak. So of course, I'm always looking to develop that. So when I look around and I see talent that I feel is going to waste, it burns. It hurts me. It hurts to see, you know, kids, you know, young kids or young teenagers, young adults, to see that their dreams are in the hands of maybe people that don't know what to do, don't know how to really lift that talent by working with those people on an individual basis, so they can have a better athlete. Therefore they can have a better team. So it hurts. Because I mean, these are young people's dreams that we have in our hands. Yeah. So I feel that we really need to understand, as coaches, as trainers, what we're getting into, the responsibilities, the demands of the job. You know, for me, there's no way that I have maybe 25 to 30 guys who I work with on a individual basis, face to face. Add another 25 to 30 guys that I mentor via online, FaceTime, Skype, these kind of things. So for me, there's no way that I can take people on without seeing progress. There's no way. It just couldn't happen. There's no way that I could just take people on and be happy with mediocre. That's why I'm very, very honest when I take on, especially young athletes, always meet with the parents, and I'm very honest and direct with them. So there's no questions asked. I'm not the kind of coach that's going to say good job, good job, good job when it's not good. That's me giving your kid a false sense of confidence. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to obviously, I have an educational background, I have an academic background, I have a master's degree. So I know how to articulate myself in a way that is not going to make your kid feel demotivated. But at the same time, point out the things that they need to work on. You're never going to hear me say good job when it's not good. So when you hear good job from me, then you know it's good. But I'm always going to give the right type, I say, correctional advice. Okay? I'm always going to see what needs to be developed, and let's work on these things. I don't want any weaknesses in the people I work with. So if I see a weakness with the athletes I work with, my job as a coach is to eradicate that weakness. If I see your strengths, my job as a coach is to increase those strengths. So eradicate the weaknesses and increase the strengths. That's how you're going to develop. And like I said, I got 50 people who I coach or mentor and train. So for me, it's like, when it's your job, you burn for it, you have a passion for it. That's why I said this one about the paycheck. It's a passion for me to see that these kids are developing and progressing as far as what they can progress. So I take that responsibility seriously. It's not something that, sometimes I can't sleep at night because my athletes haven't performed. I ask myself the question, is it my fault? Is it something I've missed in there? It's something that I've missed. It's something that I should have been able to change. So sometimes after some athletes have a bad game or they run a bad race or whatever it might be, when I go home, I'm reflecting. It takes hours for me just to relax because I'm wondering why. Why was it like that? So like I said, it's like sometimes, to get that balance between the parents understanding what I'm trying to get. Most parents understand because, they know how I work. But some parents, it's like it's like they feel that it's very sensitive to talk about their kids, right? So sometimes they take things personally. If you say that, okay, your son or your daughter needs to do A, B, C, D, it's like they take it in a negative way, but these things are going to help them develop if they work on it. So that's why I'm highlighting these things so that we can work on it, so that will help them to improve and be better. So it's a good thing. There is I work with tennis players. Right now I have tennis players, I have lots of football players, I have lots of people in track and field. If you take the biggest stars in tennis, Serena Williams, Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, take the biggest stars there, Djokovic. Take the biggest stars in football, Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappe. Take the biggest stars in basketball, LeBron James, so forth like that. It doesn't really matter. You'll see that these guys are constantly improving their game and they're at the top. They're at the top. So if these guys at the top are continuing to improve their game, looking for ways on how to improve, what about our kids who are 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? They've got a long way to go. So of course they need to develop. So never take anything personally if someone points out. That is the job of a coach, is to point out what your kid needs to work on so that they can develop. So a trainer tends to just, especially in that context, is just there to follow the book. Yeah? But the coach is really gonna look at the details, really study the details. And that for me is a high end of coaching. Studying the details, studying movement, studying how, seeing what could be done better. So even something that the player has done good, I will sometimes say, well, okay, yeah, you did that good, but just make a small adjustment here and it'll be even better. I'm always looking to improve. And if I'm always looking to improve, so my athlete improves. So for me, the coaching really needs to become more professional. It needs to become, we as coaches need to become more professional. We need to become more dedicated to our athletes. We need to become more committed to our athletes. We need to take on the responsibility much more We need to demand more from the athletes who train with us. We need to demand more of ourselves. We need to come out, we need to be more creative, we need to have more passion, we need to have more drive, we need to have more energy. We need to be better teachers, we need to be better leaders, we need to be better role models, we need to be better mentors, you know. I mean, we can't just say, okay, yeah, I got this diploma, I got this certificate that makes me something special. I mean, anyone can sit on a bench. Anyone can sit on a school bench with their laptop and call them, okay, now go through the course, pass the course, and you got a diploma. It doesn't make you a great coach, it doesn't make you a great leader. I mean, that's done by experience, that's done through the test of time. You know, I know when I first started, when I was 17, 18, I mean, I was great at motivating, I was a great motivator, I was a great inspirator. That's what people saw in me. I can always push, I could always get people to do more than what they thought they could do. Those are gifts I had naturally. But the details I didn't have because I didn't have that experience. So I had to be mentored by people much older than me, people who were in their 30s, in their 40s, who would take me under their wings and they would like teach me stuff and I would learn, and then from them, you know, okay, I'll learn from their mistakes and I'll also learn from the thing that they were doing really well. So, you know, it's not like I just, got my diploma now I'm ready to go and become a great coach. No. That took me 20 years to get to. 20 years if I could ever say I was a great coach. Well into my 30s if I could ever say, okay, yeah, now I feel I got some stuff in my rucksack, in my backpack. I feel, yeah, I'm pretty solid now. But I still continue to learn, but I'm saying it took me 20 years before I felt, okay, I know some stuff, you know, I've got some good experience now. So diplomas and certificates for me, it's good, it's paperwork, it's good to have. And it gives you the opportunity to go and work with what you like to do. But that doesn't mean to say that you're ready. I feel that there's a lot of mentorship, there's a lot of older coaches out there who have a lot of experience that need to now come back and start mentoring some of the younger coaches so that they can obviously get better. But that's just my opinion, based on what I've seen, what's out there. So I mean, it's yeah, as coaches, like I said, I feel that we really need to step up our game. We've got a lot of talent out there that needs to be a lot of talent that can go quite big if they have the right people around them to help and support them and keep them on the right track. So for us as coaches, we need to step up our game. For those guys who want to remain, I say, like more as trainers, and a trainer, I would say, is more of an assistant to the coach. That's fine. That's fine. But when you want to call yourself a coach, I mean, then you're taking on a serious amount of responsibility that you really need to be prepared for, and you really need to dedicate yourself to those athletes that you have under your wings. No favoritism. Favoritism shouldn't come into the picture. It should be about the best player plays, the fastest guy runs the race. You know, I mean, that's what it should be based upon, really. So I feel that the responsibility on coaches these days is quite high because obviously, the media attention around sport. Sport is big business. Sport has a big impact on our social life. So I feel that the responsibility on coaches, we are more under the spotlight than we've ever been. We're living in a different, I mean, compared to when I grew up, we're living in a different world right now. You know, everything's out there to be seen. There is like massive amounts of information on YouTube, you know, so I mean, I'm not the kind of coach that goes into YouTube to look at what other people are doing in terms of their exercises. I see the athletes I have and I see what they need. And because of my experience, I can always pull out exercises that are going to be beneficial for them and improve upon them. So, I mean, I'm not a YouTube trainer that goes into YouTube and like looks at what everyone else is doing and copies. Okay, right? No. I mean, that's pointless. My training, my coaching is individualized because I've been in that world myself. So I mean, we need to start really looking at the individual, and getting the individual to increase on what they have, so that they can increase those skills and those talents in the team. And if you've got a bunch of 11 individuals who have all increased, then the team can only get better. When they all work together, the team can only get better. So yeah, I just feel that, you know, there is a difference between being a trainer and a coach. The demands on the coaches are much more higher, and I feel that we haven't yet lived up to that, and we need to start living up to that, because obviously these young boys and girls, their dreams are in our hands, and I don't want to feel that we are failing them because we as coaches, we have too much ego, we have too much pride, we don't want to listen, we think we know everything, we have a big name, or we work for a big club, and forget that stuff, forget that shit. Man, that's bullshit, forget that shit. Focus on the people that you have, the individuals you have, focus on elevating them, not yourself. And it's all about the kids, it's all about the teenagers, it's all about the people who are sacrificing their time and effort to train hard to become something. Your dreams as a sports person are over. They're over. We can't live vicariously through the people that we train. This is now their dream, their sporting life. Our time is over. So we need to stop focusing. A lot of coaches focus on themselves. Okay, they want to build their profile. Forget that. You're not there to build your profile. You're there to build your team. You're there to build your players. You're there to build your athletes. Your profile will get built once you build those guys, but you're not there to uplift your name, okay? So that took a bit longer than what I thought because I was getting a bit into it there because I have a passion for it. But time's running out, so let me wrap it up. Like I said, any questions, give me a call, send me SMS, send me email. Nothing of what I say is personal. It's just that, yeah, I have a passion for this, and I feel that we need to give these kids what they deserve, which is our commitment and our dedication and our passion. So take care for now, guys. Speak soon. Cheers. Bye.